House to Home gives practical tips and recommendations to keep your house up to date. Sponsored by Avista.
And welcome to House to Home. I'm Clyde Hawsey, along with my special guest, Rick Garrett, with the Rainman Rain Gutter Systems. Rick, you know, it's that time of the year, isn't it?
It is, Clyde. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. You know, I look at things and I say, you know, where has time gone by? You know, you and I have always worked together back and forth. And I said, man, it's that time of the year. Are the rain gutters ready to work this time of the year? And you said, yeah. And your words were, are they clean?
Are they clean?
Are they clean?
They gotta be clean.
They got to be clean. Rick, I had asked some questions. What is the most important thing right now if you have rain gutters up that you should be looking at and what you should be doing?
The gutters need to be kept clean, Clyde. If they're not clean, the water has nowhere to go, so it tends to pool into one area. So get the gutters clean, get the downspouts clean, make sure that the pathway away from the house is clean, and if you got the in-ground pipes, make sure that those are going well. If it's just on top, make sure your landscaping or your downspout extensions are far enough away from the house so that everything flows out like it's supposed to.
And then I want to throw the other one in. The end of the pipe out there in the backyard or out in the backfield, make sure it's open and that the rodents have
That's right.
I've seen that happen where the pipe comes all the way out and at the end, no water comes out of it. So stick a hose down there and make sure it's working correctly.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It is.
At that point. You know, somebody said, well, what are you going to be talking about? And I said, hey, Rick, bring me something here about rain leaf, cleaners, whatever you want to talk about. And you said, hey, you know what? I've talked about this at the home shows for years.
Forever.
And I said, I didn't pay attention, did I? Tell us, what do we got here? I mean, I have to be honest with you folks, I watch Jeopardy, I watch Wheel of Fortune, and I've seen that leaf guard so many times, and I talked to my cousin in Seattle, and he just got done spending $8,000, and I sit there and I'm saying, wow, are there other options out there?
There are.
What do you got here to show us?
Well, there are 85 options out there, brand names out there. Everything from covers to filters to screens. What we have here is what we call Leafy Fire. It's a tripolymer plastic filter that goes into a gutter. It acts like a big filter is really what it is. It's an industrial filter. So the big stuff stays on top. Water, a little bit of grit may go through, but it will wash its way out, and your gutters keep working. The whole idea of a leaf and needle protection system is reduced maintenance. That's really what they do. None of them are perfect. I don't care what somebody tells you. Mother Nature wins. She always wins.
She will win all the time.
So,
and water runs downhill. Did you know that?
I'd heard that somewhere. Yeah, I did.
Simple question, simple comment.
Yeah. So this product just goes into existing gutters or into new gutters. It allows the leaves and needles to stay on top.
I'm not breaking this.
Nope, you're pulling right out. But that's what it does. So there's an example of it. It has UV coating on it. It has a 25-year warranty on it. There's lots of versions out there, but this is a good one.
Years.
This is a good one, and we've used it for 15 years, and it's just a solid product. I wish I would have been the guy that thought of it. One of the keep it simple, stupid solutions, but I didn't.
Well, now tell us, what happens with the leaves when they hit this, or explain it to us. I mean,
well, as leaves will slide down your roof, they'll sit on top. And then once they dry out, they'll just float off the next wind. If they get into the bottom of the gutter, they stay wet, and there's nowhere for them to go, and then they just pile up.
Moving around them.
And they just stay there, and all the dirt piles up behind them, and pretty soon you have a dam. So leaves will tend to blow off. Pine needles tend to stick because they stick to everything. That's what they do best. So they'll stick there, but even if they're 3 feet thick, it's not watertight. So your gutters continue to function, which is the whole goal. The goal is to make sure that downspout stays clean so water flows in and out like it's supposed to.
Okay, so the leaves end up here, just like my phone sitting on here, and they'll dry out, and then they just blow off.
They just blow off.
And again, the pine needles, again, some of them, they go vertical. Eventually, they're going to break off. I mean,
you're going to see some of them. You know, if there's a drawback to this product, that's it. Is that you'll see the stuff sitting on top, but it's better to have it on top than in the bottom.
Right, but when it does dry out in the spring, majority of it's going to blow out anyway.
It is. Or as you have to clean your roof off, most people with pine needles in this town have to clean their roof off once or twice a year. You just blow off your gutter and you're done.
Well, you made another comment that you said the wasps and the bees, they like to build homes and or castles.
Condos, yeah.
Yeah, condos.
Yeah, they do.
And the other type of the rain gutters and so on. We have wasp problems around Spokane, but with this, they can't get in there.
They can't get into the gutter to build it. Everything's nice and sealed off so that it's just covered
I
very
don't know
well.
if we can get a picture of this, but
Okay.
the bottom of it, as you can see, has got an angle. It's open at the bottom.
Yep.
And the water just runs out of that then.
It does.
And
It just flows out easily.
so it just keeps on flowing.
It does.
But you just don't have is the leaves or again of any of the product that is coming down.
Right. Nothing gets in the bottom to build the dams. That's what kills your gutter system is that downspout gets plugged because everything's flowing toward the downspout like it's supposed to. Then it sits there, pile up. Pretty soon you have a dam there, and the water has nowhere to go.
Right.
So people will clean their gutters, but they won't clean the downspout. You got to clean it all the way to the ground.
Okay.
Make sure it's clean.
Well, no, I was sharing a couple ideas with you or asking questions. Again, this product is just phenomenal. But the bottom line is that the water just filters on
Yes.
through
Yes.
and the rest of it blows off. Okay.
Comes off. Yep.
At that point, now I have a lot of cases at my own home where I don't have any trees around it.
Mm-hmm.
But some spots I do have where I have a tree or that. And you said, well, you could put it in some sections. You don't need it in it at all, right?
Exactly. If you don't need it on the side of your house where there's no trees because you used the chainsaw and got rid of them,
Right.
you're great.
Right.
You're good. Right.
So if I wanted to go from spout to spout
Mm-hmm.
in between and have that's where my trees are at, I could put this product in there and not even, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to say it. Can I do a lot of it myself?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Really?
and the 25-year warranty still is transferable.
Even my weekend warrior? I mean,
You
I
you
can do
get
it.
out as long as you have a ladder and a pair of gloves, you can install it.
Well,
Simple enough.
Yeah, but the ladders sometimes are not the best thing to have around. So
Understood.
when in doubt, call the pro.
I hire young guys, so I understand that. Yeah, I
Fully
do.
understand. Can I ask the questions of what is the cost of something like this?
It's about $8 a foot for us to install it. We'll clean the gutters.
Product and labor and everything.
Installed. Yep.
Installed.
Yep. So for us to clean it, make sure that everything's flowing right, everything's working right, it's about $8 a foot. You want to buy it and install it yourself, it's $4.50 a foot.
Boy,
And
that
the
is-
warranty is the same.
That is reasonable, very reasonable at that particular point. So again, understand, this is a great idea and I like it because it lasts forever. And I'm into the point of doing one thing once and not have to go back
I
and do it again.
completely agree with you.
So that's one good thing. The other thing is that when you're having your gutters cleaned by someone that you don't know, what are some of the safety issues that you should be looking at as well as for the safety of the home?
Well, you want them to treat your home like you'd want to be treated, like you treat it. So little things like using ladder standoffs. Just don't drop the ladder against the roof edge or the front of the
You
gutter.
don't want to put the ladder against the front face.
You don't. And they make ladder standoffs so the gutter will be protected
The roof is here.
because the ladder's out here.
Right.
And so they can still clean it, and they can still get to it, and they won't damage anything while they do it, including your roof edge, your flashing, the shingles. It's just those kind of things. And
They
then
shouldn't scar up the front face is what you're saying.
it's not going to hurt it, but you're going to see it, and you're not going to like it,
Yeah.
over time.
It's not the strongest stuff. It gets
It's
bent.
it gets when you drop a ladder against it, it can certainly get dented. We've seen that often enough. And then where do they put the debris? Once they clean
Right.
it out, do they just scoop it out and throw it on the ground, or do they haul it away and don't trash your landscape? So
Well, I think that one of the things that you're saying, Rick, is that beware, folks, when you're asking people to clean your gutters or to take care of something on your home. And that's one of the things that we really pride ourselves here on House to Home is to bring in experts like yourself. If someone would like to talk to you about this, Rick, how do we make contact with you?
call us 509-536-4460. Email us at rainmanraingutters.com. We have a website. We have a contact list there. Feel free to contact us.
And I would assume that folks, I know we're going into the fall, but I have to be honest with you, folks, Rick is probably very, very busy. Am I correct? But you're going to answer it correctly.
Oh yeah. We give advice. That's what we do. We're here to provide a service, and we do what we do best. We know gutters. That's all we do. So
Yeah.
we know it.
Don't wait to repair your rain gutters when you need to, the water's not going down the rain gutter.
Especially this time of year. Don't
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
wait.
no, understand. So cleaning of the rain gutters is very important. Again, and I was asking you the same question. I don't have this on my, and I'm going to get some, I know that.
Okay.
But the bottom line is, how clean is clean? You said as long as the leaves and the trees, some of the trees have grown in these.
Yep. Yeah, we see gutter gardens all the time that they've never been
Gutter
cleaned. But
Rooftop gardens.
absolutely. But you're always going to have some grit off your roof. Your roof is always
Right.
going to shed some. We get more dirt in this town in the air than people realize.
From the
And
farming.
from the farming, it blows in there, it gets in there. So it doesn't have to be spotless clean, But you don't want anything around the downspout, especially big stuff, leaves, a whole bunch of pine needles, bird nests. There's a lot of things
Wasp nest.
that end up in there. Once that dam starts building up and that dirt settles behind it, it gets heavy like concrete. So it can be a dam.
Don't ignore your rain gutters, folks. They only work when they're working properly.
That's right.
And that's when they're clean. So be aware of what's going on. And Rick, I know I'm going to have to come and get some of this from you.
We'll take care of you, Clyde.
Because I think this is a fantastic idea, and that's why you've had it for so long. Again, tell us how to get hold of you, and
If you want to email us, we're at info@rainmanraingutters.com, or you can call us at 536-4460 here in Spokane. We cover the entire area. So
okay. And this product is called
Leafy Fire is what we call it.
Leafy Fire. And
Leafy Fire.
I think it's fantastic. I like the idea. It's got a long-term warranty on it and everything else. The other thing is that, folks, when you're talking and dealing with people, understand that they need to be licensed and bonded, and
Yes.
Rick, and safety is number one,
Yes.
as we are doing here today, practicing safety. And using ladders, folks, is not the best thing in the world.
It takes practice.
Well, and it's not bouncing either.
Tell you what.
You
yeah.
just don't go up and just, so use a little bit of common sense. So understand all those things. And that's one of the biggest things that we do here on House to Home, is that we try to help our clients and our people watching us here today to understand what's best for them in long-term investment. So, Rick, for now, thank you again.
Thank you, Clyde.
Leafy Fire.
Leafy Fire.
Leafy Fire. I love it. And
This-
it's great product. Get those gutters clean. Keep the other end open so the water can get away from you. Until next time, I'm Clyde Hosey, Rick Garrett with Rainman, and we'll talk to you later on. Thank you.
Thank you, Clyde.
To help you be safe, Washington state law requires you to call 811 2 full business days before you plan, for example, to dig, drill, plow, pull from, or pound anything into the ground. Be prepared to provide the operator with the correct address, cross street, and a description of your work. You must mark the dig area with white paint. The operator will inform you of the utilities notified of your impending excavation. Wait for all their marks. Be safe and dig with care.
When building a home or considering a major remodel, who are you going to choose? The Spokane Home Builders Association is an organization that works to elevate professionalism in the residential construction industry. We promote, protect, and educate for our community, building our community one home at a time. We are the Spokane Home Builders Association.
Here at River Ridge Hardware, we carry a great selection of Krylon brand spray paints, Color Master, general purpose, the Rust Protector for taking care of metal, Fusion for taking care of plastics, and the Super Max that can take care of it all.
Weather in the inland Northwest can wear you down. And if your gutters are in poor condition or you do not have gutters, you could suffer damage that could cost a fortune to fix. Rainman Seamless Rain Gutters has almost 30 years of professional experience in serving the inland Northwest region and strives to ensure customer service that is second to none, from the time you call to the end of the project.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Avista.